Now on BBC One, today's news in the South East with Richard Phillips.
The farm animals on death row because of a funding crisis.
Some of the older animals would just have to be killed, I should imagine.
And the capital celebrates the arrival of 1996. But first tonight, a man has died after a fire at a caravan park in Kent. It's believed he'd been celebrating the new year when the blaze started just after midnight.
The blaze at Barming near Maidstone was so fierce it completely destroyed the caravan. Neighbours say the dead man's home, which was made of wood and metal, was one of several that site owners were intending to replace with a more modern structure. Residents say they're shocked by what happened because it could have happened to any of them.
They're all made of wood, these caravans. And I think everyone put the batteries back in their smoke alarms last night after that.
Not very nice business. Terrible shock. If I'd got along there in time, I would have had a go to see if I could get the person out. But it just happened that I feel so upset about it because I didn't get along there when I could have perhaps saved the man.
An investigation's underway to try and find out how the fire started. According to witnesses, the man who died was celebrating the arrival of the new year just before the fire began.
The Queen has made a personal contribution to the memorial fund for a London head teacher who was stabbed to death last month. Philip Lawrence was attacked when he went to help a pupil outside the gates of his school in Maida Vale. A fund was set up to help his family and to provide a memorial to him. Conservative MP Harry Greenway, a co-founder of the trust, says the Queen's contribution was substantial. Dozens of animals at a city farm in South London may have to be put down because of a funding crisis. Vauxhall Farm receives £52,000 a year in grants from Lambeth Council, but the money could be withdrawn as part of spending cuts.
On an acre of land just a few hundred yards from Vauxhall Bridge, the city farm's been giving thousands of children in Lambeth a glimpse of the countryside for the past 18 years. It costs £70,000 a year to run. The vast majority of that is covered by the council grant. Without the money, the farm says it'll have to close and the animals will have to go.
I don't think anyone's going to want a 13-year-old goat. So, you know, some of the older animals would just have to be killed, I should imagine. Some of the younger stock we could possibly find a home for, but not all of them. And it would be a great loss to the local community and to the whole of Lambeth.
The farm's aimed at the under-8s, but offers free visits to older children and adults. Even on New Year's Day, local children were volunteering their services.
It's great to be with animals. There's nowhere in London where you can be with the animals for so long, for so little money. It's great.
You've got people coming here from like 0 years old to 90, maybe even older. And what would they do? They'd have nothing to do, nowhere to go. And it'd be a really serious bad loss if the farm actually closed.
The threat to the farm only became apparent over Christmas, so there's been little time to launch a campaign. Lambeth says it has to reduce its budget for the under-8s by a third. Rather than cutting lots of services, it's proposing that the farm and another project lose all their grants. The farm's fate will be decided at a council meeting later this week.
Thousands of people braved the capital's murky weather to watch the 10th New Year's Day parade. The event featured more than 50 marching bands and took more than 3 hours to wind its way from Parliament Square to Berkeley Square. The biggest attractions were the first appearance in Britain of enormous American balloons, which are used in similar parades in New York. Finally, a new survey says 50% of people in the South East give up their New Year resolutions within a week of making them. The research suggests there's virtually no point in making resolutions at all. So Newsroom South East went to find out what people are planning to give up or start doing during 1996.
Tell me about your
New Year's resolutions. To win the London lottery, the national lottery. Oh, that would be great.
Not to interrupt so much. I'm a terrible interrupter.
Mine was not to eat so much. And yours was not to hurry, wasn't it?
That's
Rush
right.
around.
I made a New Year's resolution not to give interviews. That's the first time. Do not give any more interviews, especially on the first.
I'm pure anyway. I don't need to give anything up. Happy New Year.
That's it. We're back at 20 to 11 tonight. Until then, have a very good evening.